Martin and Lewis Show. Yes, the National Broadcasting Company brings you transcribed from Hollywood, the Martin and Lewis Show. Our guest tonight, Francis Langford, and featuring Flo McMichael, Sheldon Leonard, Ben Alexander, Dick Stabile and his orchestra, and starring Dean Martin.
Every day I'll fall in love all over again with you.
And Jerry Lewis.
Every day I fall in love all over again with me. You see, how can I help it? All I do is look in the mirror. I'm handsome. I'm adorable. I'm irresistible. I'm nearsighted.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else, you expect me to be true and to keep on loving you. Well, even though I'm blue, you know that I can't forget you until someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm strong for somebody new, although you don't want me now, I'll get along somehow, and then I won't want you. Although you don't want me now, I'll get along somehow, and then I won't want you.
This morning, the president of the company for which Dean makes records suggested that he team up with Francis Langford to record a couple of songs. Right now at their apartment, Dean is confronted with the problem of diplomatically breaking the news to his partner, Jerry.
Jerry, I've been trying for an hour to tell you something, and, well, I'm going to make a record with Francis Langford.
You're going to make a record with Francis Langford?
Yeah, she's a wonderful singer, and there's a big trend in records right now for boy and girl teams.
But, Dean, you and I recorded the Money song together. What's wrong with us making this record?
I told you I have to do this with a girl, and you're not a girl, are you?
Dean Martin, you're just trying to make a fool of me by asking me questions you know I can't answer.
Jerry, you act like it's going to break up our partnership or something. That's silly. This record with Francis is just an afternoon's work.
Oh, no, it isn't, Dean. You and Francis will make the record this afternoon, and then you'll be going around together.
You'll be going around together. I'm laughing, but I'm burning.
Now, Jerry, why are you making such a big thing out of nothing?
Nothing. First you made records by yourself. Then a record with Peggy Lee, and now a record with Francis Langford.
Well?
Well, I'm getting sick of it, do you hear? Sick, sick, sick.
I'm trying to explain to you, Jerry, I'm only going to make a record. One record with Francis. One.
But what about our partnership? We said we'd always be together. We'd always be pals, one for all and all for one. We'd stick together like glue.
That's right.
Yeah. When a pretty girl comes along, what happens? You forget about stick 'em and you go after stack 'em.
Jerry, you just refuse to understand. We'll talk about it later. But right now I've got to go over to Francis Langford's house and decide what song we'll sing together.
Okay, go ahead. Who's stopping you?
Well, so long, then.
Well, so long. Oh, he's gone. Who cares? Ha ha. I don't care. Let him go. I don't need Dean. I can find somebody else to button my buttons for me. Well, I guess I might as well get going. Come in.
Hiya, chum.
Hello.
Excuse me for butting in, but you and your partner were arguing pretty loud. You see, I just moved into the next apartment, and the walls are so thin that you can hear right through them.
Wait a minute. You can't hear through these walls.
Oh, yeah, sure you can. All you gotta do is you drill a little hole down by the baseball.
You were listening to Dean and me argue, huh? Say, who are you anyway?
Leonard's the name. Soapy Leonard. I'm sort of a promoter. Now, my friend, if you should happen to need any loaded dice, marked cards, few tips on the horses, I can fix you up.
No, thanks. I don't need no...
How about a skeleton key to the washroom at Ciro's? Won't cost you a quarter to go in and comb your hair, you know.
That wouldn't help me. I don't comb my hair. I just get up in the morning and let it ad lib.
I overheard this Dean Martin character. He said he was going to make a record with Francis Langford, eh? You seem pretty broken up about it.
I am. This is the first time anything has ever split up Dean and me.
Yeah?
I guess there's nothing left for me to do but to end it all.
Well, you going to end it all? Want to buy a nice revolver?
No, thanks. No, that would be too quick. I'm planning a slow, torturous, painful end.
What you got in mind, kid?
I'm going to cut down on my bran flakes and malnutrition myself to death.
Hey, look, kid, knocking yourself off, that ain't going to hurt this Dean any, but if you want to get even with him, what you got to do is go get yourself a girl singer and go out and you make records, too.
Yeah, I could do that.
Uh-huh.
That would show Dean I don't need him.
Yeah.
But, gee, where am I going to find a girl?
What's so hard about finding girls? Hey, listen, I just happen to think I have got the very girl to make this record with you. She is a beautiful girl, a beautiful voice. Hey, look, don't move, kid. I will be right back with her.
And while Jerry is waiting for Soapy Leonard to come back with the girl singer, Dean is just arriving at Francis Langford's house.
Hello, Dean.
Hi, Francis.
Well, Dean, I suppose you came over to talk about our song. Come on in and sit down. Would you like me to get you something to drink?
No, let's just sit here on the couch. You certainly have a big record collection.
Oh, collecting records is my hobby.
Gee, what a selection of albums. Songs of the West by Francis Langford, The Langford Hit Parade, Francis Langford Sings the Blues, operatic arias featuring Francis Langford, and Francis Langford's Hillbilly Ballads.
You forgot the one I like the best, the album over there on the end.
Oh, yeah. Peggy Lee's Favorites, as sung by Francis Langford. Well, I really would like to hear one of your records, Francis. What's this one on the turntable?
Oh, that's a recording I made once of Broadway Rhythm. Would you like to hear it?
Love to, Franny, love to.
Broadway Rhythm, it's got me. Everybody dance. Broadway Rhythm, it's got me. Everybody dance. Out on the gay wide way in each merry cafe, orchestras play, taking your breath away with that Broadway Rhythm. It's got me. Everybody sing and dance. Oh, that Broadway rhythm. Oh, that Broadway rhythm. When I hear that happy beat, feel like dancing down the street. Ooh, that Broadway rhythm, riding, beating rhythm, gotta dance, gotta dance. Broadway rhythm, it's got me. Everybody dance. Broadway rhythm, it's got me. Everybody dance. Out on the gay wide way in each merry cafe, orchestras play, taking your breath away with that Broadway rhythm. It's got me. Everybody sing, everybody sing, and dance.
Well, that I like, Francis.
Thanks, Dean. You know, I'm pretty excited about our making a record together.
So am I, Francis, but there's just one thing.
What?
My partner, Jerry. He's got the idea this record will break up our act. I wonder if on the way to the studio you'd stop by our apartment and explain it to him.
Well, I'll try. But Jerry isn't the easiest person in the world to talk to.
Why not?
Well, the way he combs his hair, you never know for sure if he's under there or not.
Well, just do the best you can. I know I couldn't sing very well thinking of Jerry. You know, he's sitting home, heartsick, and probably crying his heart out.
Gee, that Soapy had a great idea. Getting a girl for me to team up with. Who needs Dean anyway? Come to think of it, who needs the girl? I could sing both parts. Sure, I'll be the new romantic singing sensation. Nelson Eddie Lewis and Jeanette McDonald Lewis. Singing the Indian love call. When I'm calling you, ooh, ooh, will you answer too? Ooh. That's an Indian. Come in.
Hiya, chum. I told you I'd get you a girl singer, didn't I?
Gee, Soapy, you really got one, huh? Who is she?
She's right outside. Come on in, honey. Here she is, the incomparable Hildegard.
Hello, Mr. Lewis.
Why, it's Florence, our secretary. She's supposed to be Hildegard.
Wait till you see her with gloves on.
But, Soapy, I thought you were going to bring in a great girl singer, and you're coming with Florence. She can sing?
Can she sing? Ooh, what a voice. Oh, my. Believe me, Jerry, this kid has got a great pair of pipes. Yeah, go ahead, Florence. Go on, sing him a few notes.
All right. Pardon me while I clear my throat.
Okay, sister, go ahead.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Well, Jerry?
Could I hear that part where she clears her throat again?
Oh, you can't tell from that, Jerry. Just wait till you hear the golden magnificence of her voice in full song. Aha. Go ahead, kid. Sing us something you know.
All right. I'm the Sheik of Araby. Your love belongs to me.
Gee, Florence, where did you ever get a voice like that?
I bought it for less at Thrifty's.
Look, kid, take my word for it. You team up with Florence here, the two of you, you will be the biggest thing to hit the music business since Lawrence Tibbett and Beatrice Kay.
Jerry, open up. I got Francis with me, and we want to talk to you.
Ooh, it's Dean. Quick, Soapy. You and Florence go out the back way. I'll break it to Dean gently about my making records with Florence.
Come on, Florence. See you down the recording studio later.
Hey, Jerry, open up, will you?
Coming, Dean. I'm coming. Yeah?
Hi, Jerry.
Hello, Jerry.
Well, Lawrence Tibbett and Beatrice Kay.
Jerry, take it easy, Jerry. We just came by to explain about the record Dean and I are going to make. We didn't want you to worry.
Who's worried?
It doesn't mean the end of the team, Martin and Lewis.
Martin and Lewis. The name sounds vaguely familiar. Oh, yes, it was an act. Very good, too. I wonder whatever happened to them. I suppose the tall, lean, handsome comedian got tired of carrying that beat-up crooner.
Oh, it's no use, Francis. He won't take us seriously. We might as well get on down to the studio.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to get my coat and go with you. Other people can make boy and girl records, too, you know.
Jerry, so that's it. Who are you planning to make a record with?
Florence?
Florence? Our secretary? Oh, no.
Oh, yes, and don't you be critical, Dean Martin, because singing is the evolence and the feeling of one, combined or whatever may consider other people's thoughts. I'll grant you that some others may say, well, it may be false, may be true. Then again, I'm not in a position to say. Now, give you, for instance, in 1904, Mother and Dad sang, and I feel that that's not quite as fair as anyone else teaming up to this date,
And I feel that no one else can mention it until further.
Well, here we are at the recording studio, Francis.
Yeah, I guess the orchestra's all ready.
I wonder where Mr. Johnson is. He's in charge of making records.
Say, isn't that Mr. Johnson over there? He's talking to somebody right now.
I better take a good look around and find Florence.
Okay, Jerry. Oh, say, Mr. Johnson.
Well, hello, Mr. Martin, Miss Langford. Glad you got here early. You know, our studio has been wanting Dean to make a record of September song. Could you sing it now, Dean, before we get started with the duet?
Sure, Mr. Johnson. You don't mind, do you, Francis?
Oh, that's one of my favorite songs, Dean.
Well, you know, Francis, it's about something that someday happens to the best.
Oh, that was lovely, Dean.
Thank you, Francis. Well, Mr. Johnson, I suppose we better decide what Francis...
All right, the star is here. Let's get it moving. Let's snap it up. Come on, what do you say here?
Move those mics over here.
Yeah, okay, fiddles. Fresh rosin on all the bows.
Yeah. New reeds and all the saxophones.
Yeah, and new tubes and all the tubas.
Just a minute. What is all this?
What is all this, he says? Oh, yeah, you must be the manager here. Well, step right up and shake hands with Jerry Lewis, your new singing star.
New singing star?
Yes, sure, this kid has got to be a hit. He's skinnier than Sinatra, he's foggier than Mel Torme, and he cuts a better head of hair than Perry Como.
And besides, here's the girl I'm going to sing with, Florence McMichael.
Hello, Mr. Johnson.
That is the voice of a singer?
Don't you like it?
Like it? Why, she sounds like Hildegard without her gloves.
Well, there's only one way to sell this guy, Jerry. You and Florence, you go ahead and sing. Go on, hit it, kids.
Okay, this is the type of song where I sing the first part, and then Florence answers me. When I'm calling you, will you answer true?
I'm the chic of Arab. My love belongs to you.
How do you like it so far, Mr. Johnson? Ain't that sensational?
Sensational? That girl's voice sounds like somebody stepped on a cat's tail.
Well, maybe Florence's voice isn't so good, but what about mine?
Yours sounds like they went back and stepped on the rest of the cat.
Well, Florence, I guess Mr. Johnson is right. You and I weren't cut out to be a singing team. It's no use. I thought I could show Dean I didn't need him, but I made a big fool of myself. Yeah.
Oh, no, you haven't, Jerry.
Yes, I have, Dean. I'm the biggest fool in the whole world. I never even know
What? Oh, Jerry, stop that crying. You know, while we were sitting over here listening to you, Francis and I got an idea where you could sing with us.
You have? That's wonderful.
Well, okay, now, the song is that old favorite, When Francis Dances With Me. Now, come on, Francis, we'll start it off. When Francis dances with me, holy gee, I'm as gay as can be.
He takes me to dances 'cause that's what I love. I fit in his arms like a motorman's glove.
Oh, the Bowery, the Bowery. We don't go there anymore. Well, tonight's the night of the big Bowery ball. This is going to be the biggest social event of the season. 100 guests and 400 cops. Well, here's Francis's house. I don't want to talk to her father, so I hope she's ready and waiting for me. Let me see. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll unscrew the bulb in the porch light, and as soon as she opens the door, I'll jump in and kiss her. There. Now it's really dark out here. I'll ring the bell. Well, how was it?
Fine, only if I'd known you was coming, I'd have shaved. What's the big idea, kid?
Gee whiz, Francie's father. I'm sorry, sir. I was supposed to take Frances to the dance tonight. Isn't she expecting me?
Yeah, I guess she is. She's been upstairs crying all afternoon. Hey, Francis, one of your fellas down here asking for you.
What does he look like? Oh, that must be Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, it's me, Francis.
Be down in a minute.
Well, come on in and sit, kid. Tell me, what's your racket, kid?
I'm not working right now. I used to be a contortionist in vaudeville, but I had to...
But you had to give it up because you couldn't make both ends meet.
That's very funny, Mr. Langford. I said I used to be a contortionist in vaudeville, and before I could say the punchline so you would laugh, you hit the punchline. It's like a joke and everything, and you made it funny, and everybody laughed when you said it.
Don't do it no more.
Oh, hello, Jerry.
Hiya, Francis. Gee, you look nice. You know, on the way over here tonight, I stopped and bought you a beautiful corsage. A lovely milk white gardenia, surrounded by tender, fresh green ferns and cool, crisp leaves. Gee, it looked so inviting.
Well, where is it?
I got hungry.
Well, never mind. Are you all ready to go out and have a big time? I want to go dancing at Ciro's.
But gee, Francis, we went to Ciro's last week, didn't we?
Yeah. You paid $25 to get in the parking lot, and we danced between the automobiles.
Listen, that parking lot wasn't so bad. Where else can you do a rumba and step down into a new Hudson at the same time? Gee, Francis, I'll take you to Ciro's next week. Tonight we're going to the Bowery Ball. Oh, the Bowery, the Bowery. We don't go there anymore.
He wears a tuxedo, and gee, how it fits.
I look like the head waiter up at the Ritz.
And I wear a gown that's got 28 slits.
When Francis dances with me.
See, Francis? I told you we wouldn't have any trouble getting into the dance.
You really impressed those guys at the door, Jerry. Gee, the size of the roll you flashed.
Yeah, and it's got poppy seeds on it, too.
I'm glad we came to the dance, Jerry.
Hey, look who just came in.
Who?
That guy who thinks he's so tough. Dean Martin.
Oh, yes. Gee, that Dean Martin must really be a big spender.
What makes you think so?
Well, look at the roll he flashed at the doorman. A loaf of pumpernickel. I think he's seen us. He's coming over to the table. Ah, gee, he's so handsome and romantic and appealing.
Hello, baby. Yeah, I wish I'd have known
Hello,
you were coming
Dee.
to the dance, honey. Because I'd have taken you. And you wouldn't have to come over here with Shaky. Come on, Francie. Don't sit here with this lumphead. If you go with me, I'll show you a good time.
Oh, wait a minute. Francie's my
No,
girl.
she isn't. She's my girl.
You better be careful, Jerry. Remember, Dean used to be in the rackets. He's tough.
Oh, yeah? I'm just as tough as Dean is. I used to be in rackets, too. Why, I remember one time the heat was on in New York. The police trapped me in my room and threw tear gas bombs into me.
I was desperate. I tried the window. I tried the door. I tried a mouse hole down on the baseboard.
had a machine gun. I was finished. They broke down the door. And there they stood, 60 cops, each with a machine gun pointed straight at my stomach. I started to run and... They cut me right in half.
And that's why you gave up crime?
I had to. I couldn't make both ends meet.
The Bowery, we don't go there anymore. My hair shines like diamonds, I comb it down flat.
He wears a Palm Beach and a brown derby hat.
Now you know a guy can't look better than that.
When Francis dances with me.
Oh, me.
When Francis dances with me.
Good night, and thanks, Francis, for a wonderful show. See you next week. Bye.
The Martin and Lewis Show, transcribed in Hollywood, is produced and directed by Robert L. Redd. Written by Dick McKnight and Ray Allen with Mort Lockman. Next week, our guest will be Hopalong Cassidy, William Boyd. Francis Langford soon may be seen starring with John Hall in the Robert Lippert production, Deputy Marshal. This is Ben Alexander suggesting you tune in to your NBC station each Tuesday.